So let me read these questions by these sisters. Linda Morse, shout out to Linda. She writes this question: what happens to the unbelievers who ended up in the tribulation but turned into believers during that time and are now believers, and then they die during this time? I just love this because it takes a certain amount of scriptural and spiritual intelligence to find these gray areas. Like, what about these people? It also shows me this: the care for these other people. Christians are worried here. They're worried about one thing: am I going to heaven? Am I going to heaven? But the body of Christ cares for the entire human race. And the fate of the entire human race does not depend ultimately on whether we can connect with them or not. A life without end for the entire human race depends on the work of Jesus Christ on the cross. Let me continue. So, the concern here is unbelievers who enter the tribulation. We've already been snatched away. But then these unbelievers turn into believers during the tribulation. And they're now believers, but then they die during this time. Do they go to aeonian life at the time of their death? Or is aeonian life just for us alive at the time of the snatching away? And a follow-up here: is aeonian life a one-time deal occurrence? And why do the apostles have to wait for their life on the new earth? What am I missing here? All right, I'm going to address every point of that. But listen to this. I'm so fascinated by this. J.K. Bell, independent of Linda Morse, asks the following question. Listen to this. Good morning, BOC, Body of Christ. I do have a quick question for Martin or anybody else who can answer this. Okay, so we know that only the body of Christ is snatched away, and our inheritance is among the celestials, beginning with the snatching away itself. Believers and survive, maybe are awakened during the tribulation to the error they were in. Will they have the aeonian life if they go through the circumcision gospel and endure to the end? This is almost exactly the question that Linda had. This just shows me the common mind of the body of Christ. Well, why shouldn't we have a common mind? Because our head is Christ. We have the same head. The head of the body is Christ, and he supplies us. He choreographs the body of Christ in this beautiful dance between believers.